The PM Show Weekend Edition, CRN Digital Talk Radio. What a great interview on the Robert Conrad Show. Ladies and gentlemen, PM Show with Robert Conrad with the great Diane Cannon. Bob, that was one of your better ones. You and there was some magic going on there. You guys drew each other out. I like that. Good stuff. Once again, here's the true American icon, everybody, Robert Conrad.
Hey, thanks for that. It was a pleasure because I've known her forever, and she remembers me meeting her, which I liked, and she's out selling the book, which is important to her, and I think it's great. Now let's get to the phone. We'll talk to Sue in New Hampshire, who still waited an hour. How are you, Sue, baby?
I can't believe it. Sue, welcome. You're on CRN with Robert Conrad.
Yes. Sue.
Hi, how are you?
We're fine. Thanks for waiting all this time, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
What's up, babe?
Well, I'm just going to let you know that New Hampshire's population is almost about 1.5 million.
No kidding.
Well,
that's about the size of the south side of Chicago.
Yeah, in my
Thanks, dear.
the city in which I live
Thank you.
is the second largest city in all of New Hampshire, Maine, and Vermont.
Wow.
What city is that? What city do you live in?
It's called Nashua.
Oh, Nashua, yeah.
Sure.
Yep, and it was twice voted best place to live in the United States by Money Magazine.
Wait a minute. Who said that now?
Money Magazine.
Said it was what?
The best place to live in the U.S.
I thought that was your husband's name was Nashua.
No, he's
No.
Graham.
Oh, Graham. I thought,
Graham.
yeah.
And Nashua that's where all the country singers hang out, right? And do all the albums?
Oh, Mike, that's Nashville.
Oh, excuse me.
I thought he was an Indian. I thought he
Sorry.
was an Indian. Nashua.
Nashua was an Indian.
Yeah,
Very
I
good.
thought
Thank you.
Nashua is an Indian name, yeah.
All right,
you.
what's on your mind, good looking, waiting all this
How we
time?
digress.
Go, baby.
How we digress, I say.
Yeah, what is that? Is that a question? How we digress?
Yes,
Yes.
give us your answer, Bob.
Hell, I
you
don't
must
know.
be about a 9 today. Nobody's asked you that, but you are sharp today.
Yes, I jumped. I jumped from a 6 to an 8.
That is
Awesome.
good.
I'm
That's
so
great.
happy for you.
Thank you,
Right,
darling.
during this call.
Yeah, say a prayer
Sue.
for me Tuesday.
I always say prayer.
Yeah, Tuesday I go to see allegedly the top pain management doctor in the U.S. So I've got an appointment with him at 2 o'clock. And if it works, it'll be a great relief for me because I have really suffered. Anyway,
Oh, I will quadruple my prayers for you.
thank you, my darling. Now, what does Nashua's wife want to know?
Well, what I want to know is,
Yes.
when you get a script, is it different when you prepare for a movie than it is for a weekly series? Do you get them in advance, or do you get them
Well, a movie,
day by day?
A movie is more prep.
More
movie,
prep.
Yeah, a movie you get way in advance, and you get plenty of time to study it and go forward with it. In television, it's like a constant. They hand it to you, sometimes almost just before you go in front of the camera. It's really difficult.
Yeah, that is difficult.
But you get used to it. You get a rhythm for it, and that's kind of what happens. Like the action sequences in the Wild West that everyone applauds and oh. And the reason for it is we got a rhythm for it.
That's right.
I surrounded myself with the same guys every week, and we hired the actors based on what they look like and if they look like my stuntmen. We can't hire him. He doesn't look like any of our stuntmen.
Just change up the wardrobe.
That's right. All right.
That's
So go ahead. What's up?
And I'm just wondering, I know that what you've done on Downtime on Baa Baa Black Sheep and Wild Wild West, but what would you do on the set of Centennial?
What do you mean? What would I do on the set of Centennial?
Like in between takes, what would you do?
Oh, in between. I worked harder on that than I'll ever work on anything in the future because you never say never. I was offered an opportunity to direct the movie just recently, and it conflicted with my radio show, and it conflicted with where I want to be right now in my career. But in any event, in Centennial, it was constant because I had to do that accent, that French Canadian accent, and it was difficult, and it was authentic, and I was applauded for its authenticity. But I would finish a scene, and then I'd go over and we'd rehearse, and then I'd go and do the scene, and then I'd go over and rehearse. And at the end of the day, I was exhausted. I'd go into a bar where we all met after work and have a couple and go and crash in bed. It was tough. It was the toughest shoot of my life.
So there was no downtime.
No downtime.
No
Nope.
downtime.
Didn't exist in that one.
No way.
No.
My cousin was in that with you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He or she?
He
Oh, cool.
played Chief Rudewater.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
All right, cool. Yeah. Anyway, they should rerun the first 5 hours of that because, man, it's
Only the first 5 hours, though.
yeah. Well, it's
I never get past the first 5 hours.
Well, I don't either. No, I haven't seen it for a long time, but I really truly haven't.
It's on DVD everywhere now.
Yeah, it's all over the place, but it was a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. And the thing I like most about it, and I keep talking about, is James Michener coming up to me and saying, "You are Pasquinel." That's as good a compliment.
That's the highest compliment you could ever get.
Yeah, from the author, absolutely. All right, anything else, little girl?
No, I think that's it. But they should play that theme too.
Yeah, because you waited forever. So
I know, and I love you, but I want the other
you.
callers to get through.
Oh, good. Okay, now would they play that theme forever? What theme are you talking about?
Oh, brother.
They should play the Centennial theme.
Thank you,
okay,
Sue.
good. Thanks, Sue. Yeah,
Thanks,
we can find
Sue, for
it.
that.
Thanks,
Thank
baby.
You. I'm going to hear about that all day now.
Thanks. Thank you.
Sue. Right,
All right,
Tomas?
Love you,
care.
baby.
Thank you, Sue. Have a good one.
Okay,
You
now,
too. Bye-bye.
if they're in the chat room now,
Chat room. Everybody's in the chat room now.
something to chat about. Look at that.
That is the lovely pictures you've been holding up a couple of times.
No,
during
this
the
is
show.
twice.
Of Marisol.
Yeah, and the thing I hold up is there's no work done on that. That's this woman's puss.
I wouldn't put it that way. It's a beautiful woman with no enhancements. This is the way it
Yes.
looks naturally.
Lovely. I can't wait to see her. I don't know if Javier told her that I was coming or not. Javier, let me know if you're listening to the show tonight in France. Please let me know if you mentioned to her that I would be coming to Malaga to see her, because I want to make sure that I don't take that trip across the ocean and have her say, "I'm married now," and I want to make sure that she's going to welcome me. Okay, now let's go to
Bruce.
Bruce, what's
you're
up,
on with
Bruce?
Robert Conrad.
Hey, neighbor. Hey, Mike. How are you?
All right,
All
Bruce.
right, what's up, man?
Oh, I was just calling to say hello, and
Good.
I'm working on this old car, and I had all these questions I wanted to ask you, but I'm trying to get this tire off the car, and I'm saying, what was your first car?
What was your first car?
What was my first car?
Yeah.
It was a Dodge.
A Dodge.
Yes,
Dodge.
1955 Dodge. Just the first car no, that's not true. I had a 1933 Plymouth.
That was the first car.
Yeah, 33 Plymouth convertible.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it
And
was
another
so.
question, if I may,
yeah.
Bob.
Sure.
When you started making some decent money, what was the first really nice car you purchased for yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Cadillac, 1961. I went back to Detroit to pick it up, drove it to Chicago, went over to the docks where I used to work, and the guy said to me, "Hey, man, get that thing out of here." I said, "Why?" "Man, we don't want any hot car out here in front." I said, "It's not hot, man. I'm a star of a TV show, Hawaii and I paid for it."
We'll be back on CRN with Robert Conrad.